the event. Yes. And we are live.
The clock is running. From here on out, nothing you do is a secret.
Right.
Welcome back. You're back to another episode of the Mike Romiski Show with producer Nathan Betts.
Hey.
To my left, and a special guest, Randy, is here from California visiting my number one son.
First in line.
How's it going, Randy?
Oldest and brightest.
Oldest and brightest, he claims. So anyways, we're back here with you again today. We normally bring you the what happened today in history. Well, what's happening today in history is due to a sinus illness. I missed last week's show, and this one's a little bit late, so we landed on Mother's Day.
Yeah, it is Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there.
I have a continue talking. I have a Mother's Day song I can play for you.
You do? Okay,
Yeah.
well, let's key it up. And so anyways, yeah, I called my mother and wished her a happy Mother's Day, and Randy came up to visit with his mother, who is my lovely wife, and I'm just trying to think of things to keep the conversation rolling while Nathan brings up this.
I'm totally ready. I'm always ready.
Okay, I
That's
knew
right.
you would be.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, it's good to be back. Beats the sinus infection thing that I had.
Yeah, you missed last week. That was a bummer. I was bummed.
Is a pestilence I wish on no one.
Yeah. Here's a Mother's Day song just for everybody.
I find that bizarre.
It's Mother's Day.
I figured this one would be fitting to start the show off with for everybody.
It's Mother's Day. It's Mother's Day. I'll be fucking and sucking and touching, fucking and sucking and touching, fucking and sucking and touching.
That's just for you, buddy.
And we're hoping y'all enjoyed that little
Yeah. A little ditty
Yeah.
just for Mother's Day.
that we put forth. So, anyways, like I was saying, I was quite ill. I didn't enjoy it at all.
Yeah, you even took to the internet for relief.
I was asking advice from anyone who would give it to me because I didn't know how. When one cannot breathe through one's nose.
Yeah.
And tries to sleep and such, it's a miserable experience. And mine wasn't just a plain head cold. It went into a sinus infection.
Oh man.
Which you get the whole pounding and the whole aching and the eyes popping out type of thing going on. And yeah,
None of it's fun.
real happy to be past that.
So it doesn't even you're past it to the point where you don't have like the residual leftover.
Oh no, I'm pretty good now.
Nice. Good.
Back on alcohol. And,
Yeah.
you know,
The cure-all.
the cure-all. It may not cure it, but it makes you not care.
Yeah, you get to a point where you're like, well, screw it.
Yeah. And if it's not doing that, you haven't had enough.
So we usually start the show with this week, and so that's going on. It's officially Mother's Day. They are out there around the campfire that I have built for them. We've already eaten. We've drank some beers. And
because it's a female holiday, we had cylindrical treats.
We did. Very phallic shaped.
They would probably enjoy more.
They ate them rapidly. Really rapidly. It was weird. So and then we usually talk about what's been bugging you. We got any pet peeves or anything that's going on
what's been
this week?
bugging me is I don't know why we can send a man to the moon. Why the hell don't we have a cure for the common cold?
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's first and foremost in my mind this week. you start a journey. They say, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step.
Sure.
Well, it seems to me we're trying to cure cancer and all these kind of crazy ass things. Why can't we cure the damn cold?
I have no idea.
More people are afflicted by that on a day-to-day basis than anything else.
I don't know why. Have you seen have you gone down and seen billboards for jog for the jugs or whatever? I always find it really amazing that we're going to go out and I get it. Everybody loves a set of boobies, but we're really going to cure cancer by focusing on them by going on jogs for boobs, or everybody has those bracelets that say "I love boobies" or whatever on them now. Do you realize that there's more money dumped into cancer research than almost any other form of cancer? And there's really terrible kinds of cancer that no one else gives a shit about.
You know what? And I can bring one up, especially, and that's prostate cancer.
Yeah, that's kind
because
of
the only one
important
that
to
has
us.
prostate cancer is dirty old men.
Yeah.
And nobody cares about
Nobody
them.
cares about that. Yeah.
But their damn crotch is rotting out. And,
Sure.
And they need help and all this kind of stuff. And
I mean, if my crotch started rotting and I was a dirty old man, I'd be like, hey, someone please help me.
But
someone give a crap about my balls.
We all have depended on the boob at some point in
Sure.
our lifetime. Some of us more than others. But more sympathy lies there for that reason,
Sure.
I think.
Yeah.
Is we all know what they look like. We all know what they feel like. We all know what they taste like. And we don't want to see them go away.
They're like a bag of sand.
Kind of. Them squishy ball things that you...
Sure. A bag of sand? Come on.
Just bigger.
Yes.
And
Not like a bag of sand at all, actually.
no, not really. They produce. So.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah.
So no cure for the common cold. That's what's bugging you this
No cure
week.
for the common cold. Well, that's what's first. It doesn't sound like a big deal, but that's what's in my mind.
Sure.
Because it was literally in my mind.
There's nothing else that was been able to be focused on over the last couple of weeks.
Yep, and we got a visit from Randolph here, and his lovely wife are up for a week. They finally got out of California to escape for a bit of time.
Yes.
So
The whole Idaho escape is going on right now.
I mean, I know what the trip's like because I've done it 100 times, but I'm kind of curious. What's your take on it, man? Was it miserable or
Yeah, next time I am flying.
that bad, huh?
That bad.
Yeah.
that bad?
It's a long ass trip, dude. We've done it twice in a row, twice within 6 or 8 months of each other, and it's a long ass trip.
A lot of nothing.
Yeah.
There's
just
nothing
nothing
out
to there's nothing to look at except for when you get up into Oregon, if you go through the Oregon area, which you probably didn't.
We did not.
Yeah. If you go the Nevada route, that's really nothing to look at.
And then you get to see nothing driving at 55 because Oregon won't raise their speed limit.
Nice. That's fun.
Which is ridiculous, especially for that stretch of highway. That should be 70 mile an hour.
Oh, easy.
Right there.
Easily, yeah.
But that's what gets them revenue. We all know that. Nobody wants to. Well, we have a lot of respect for law enforcement.
No, you don't.
They're out there collecting money like Boy Scouts,
Sure.
man, on that stretch of road. And you would probably have a beer with one of them, and they'd probably go, I don't know why the hell I got to drive, just like everybody else.
Yeah.
But that's the way that it is. because
Ridiculous.
Somebody up in an office in the state capitol said, we're getting a lot of money from there, and we're going to leave it status quo.
Yeah.
So, anyways, yeah, that's what's been bugging me, dude, is the common cold and why the hell we can't lick it.
I mean, I would imagine that might be why you have it is because you licked it, but
I suppose the infection could have come from multiple sources,
sure.
but
Well, your wife working in the healthcare industry or whatever.
yeah, she brings a lot of shit home.
Yeah, Amy comes home and I tell her sometimes I'll be like, so today you smell like death. I'm not really sure what's going on there, but you smell really, really bad.
It's
something's dying.
It's hard when the wife works in a nursing field because it's like, worked in the proctology department today, didn't you? Go shower, please. Here's a plastic bag with them clothes.
Please wash your hands thoroughly. Gross.
But everybody, somebody's got to do it, by God.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna. Yeah. So somebody.
And I'll tell you something else interesting is, when you got a nursey girl for a wife and she has nursey girl friends. And when you get them all together, the stories the stories they exchange are
not fit for mealtime.
Unless you're put together that way,
Right.
it's really not something that you find entertaining, but you find it flabbergasting.
Sure.
I would
Sure.
say. Yeah, I mean, I've told stories on the show before about people having things retrieved from their orifice.
Sure.
It's
Right.
like, why would
Yeah.
someone?
Randy was talking about what happened to his finger and like him retrieving a finger out of a machine for someone or whatever. Yeah, we've been exchanging some pretty gross stories so far today.
They did get it reattached, so
Did they?
it's good to go.
That's cool. I wonder if he uses that in the bedroom now. If it works better. Like use.
It'll feel like somebody else is doing it.
Yeah. Use the adjusted digit, bro.
That's hilarious. It's hard going into a hospital, and especially when you have nurses that are practical jokers and stuff, because what you want more than anything is a little bit of sympathy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm in pain.
Yeah.
And I want something to go. Oh, I want someone to go. Oh, poor baby.
Little fella. Yeah.
You know,
and you're not gonna get it.
You ain't getting it.
No.
Case in point, that time I got a piece of wood shoved clean into my thumb. It bounced off of the bone, and my thumb bent. And I had to go into the emergency room because my wife made me.
Right.
Because I was going to tough. I mean, it was a splinter.
Yeah.
I mean, in essence,
Ginormous splinter.
It was big, but it was a splinter.
Ugh.
And the nurse who was trying to dig it out of there says, boy, that's a lot bigger and deeper than I thought. And I looked at her without missing a beat and went, if I had a nickel for every time I've heard that. And I was immediately marked as that
guy.
That guy.
Yeah.
So they decided at that point that I needed an x-ray.
Uh-oh.
So I was paraded, because I got a splinter.
Right.
Right?
You need an x-ray, and they
So
take you.
She has to put a bandage on it, and she wraps the bandage up so it looks like a big dick on my thumb. And I'm going to walk down to the x-ray department.
Didn't they make you do a wheelchair?
They did. She goes, where are you going? I'm going to go get an x-ray, man. She goes, oh, no. It's hospital policy. You have to go in a wheelchair.
Oh, my God, dude.
So I got to go down the hall being pushed.
With a dick on your thumb.
By a giggly bitch in a pair of scrubs holding my dick thumb off because I got a splinter. And I get wheeled into the x-ray department to the sounds of laughter because obviously the word had preceded me down there. So,
I made his thumb look just like a dick, man.
And I think what finally happened is the doctor come in. He probably intervened like, dude, come in.
Give this man some dignity.
Everyone out of here.
Everybody shoo.
And he says, I think I can get it out of it. Because they're going, well, I got a surgeon in here because that's
Oh, my God. Wow.
And he's not here.
Ugh.
And it's like, dude, give me a razor blade and something to numb it and I'll get it
You're
out.
killing me, bro.
But no, they did. They had to go way down in there into the bone to get it out. He pulled it out and he went, yeah, dude.
That was in there.
Yeah, you needed to come in here and get this out. That was going to get infected and stuff.
That just makes me cringe thinking about it.
And but I think it was probably one of the most humiliating experiences I've ever had. So if one could learn anything from that, it is never fun with those caretakers who are in charge of seeing to your immediate.
Kind of like don't screw with the people that make your food because they will screw with it.
Yeah.
It's not if, but how badly.
I won't do that again. I learned my lesson.
Should have known better.
So what's been going on in your week, dude?
I rearranged the studio in here a little bit. We can actually get back in behind the table a little bit better. I got the mascot hung up. Finally, it's only been 2 months. I've been saying, hey, I'll get around to that. And I was like, screw it, I got to get around to that. I got some panels to kind of cover up the corners that are leaning where they're supposed to go. I got to actually attach them to the wall still, but I didn't have long enough screws. I only had 1 1/4, and I need at least 3 inches to get them up there. So, other than that, Randy and I were kind of screwing with each other back and forth via text, and he said that he quit his job to come on this trip. I was like, holy crap, dude, that's some commitment. And it turns out he was just screwing with me. But he's like, I was like, I'm going to take off Thursday and Friday so I can hang out with you guys. He's like, well, we're leaving pretty early Friday morning, which means we'll go to bed pretty late Thursday night. Why don't you just take the whole week off? I was like, well, all right. So I applied for the week off, not expecting to get it. And I get it back, the email back, approved. I'm like, hey, cool. So
Well, I expected you to quit anyways if you didn't get approved.
Well, yeah,
so
absolutely. That's what I was
if
going to
I'm
do.
throwing that kind of commitment, you have
Sure,
to.
absolutely. I mean, I was going to, but they approved it, so I didn't have
What's
to.
frightening is they're all down there going, we need to lay Nathan off. How are we going to tell him? Oh, look.
Oh, look, he
just put in for a week.
What's the day?
Give it to him.
Dude, don't say that. That's not funny at all.
Give him the week
That's
off.
not cool.
That'll give us some time.
No,
to
that's
figure
not
this
cool.
out.
Don't say that.
You'll have plenty of time to hang your panels if that. does
Apparently, yeah. I'll have. I won't have the money to hang them, but I will have
He'll
the
be
time
out
to do
hanging
it.
himself.
Where's that belt? That special one.
We found him on the door jam.
Honey, I know. Just give me that belt. I know that my waist isn't that small. It's a special belt, okay?
How does someone hang themselves from a doorknob?
None of your business. That's how.
Oh God!
Why is this belt eerily shaped like your neck? I was doing some research and heard that it would
Belt.
work.
I call it a collar.
Yeah, I heard that it worked out really well when you're, doing yourself.
Anyways, moving right along.
AEA? No, nobody. All right, we'll leave that one. We'll let that one go then. All right. Thanks for leaving me out in the wind, fuckers.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Where do you really go from there?
I don't know. Upwards, apparently.
Yeah. I don't know.
So stories. Give me some stories, kids.
Well, I was just gonna say, Randy winged his finger out too once upon a time.
Yeah.
Got stuck in a machine.
Yeah. Gross.
How's this work?
Apparently, yeah. Apparently, it grabs fingers. That's how it works.
It does. Rips fingernails. Crushes bone.
Where do you work? What do you do? You don't have to name the name or name the place. Just what type of job
steel framing facility.
is it? Okay.
We take flat steel and shape it into studs for drywall construction.
Oh, right on. Nice. Do
Yeah.
that all day. How long? Or all day, of course. How
8
long?
hours, yeah.
How long you've been doing is what I was trying to get out.
3 years now.
Nice.
Actually shipping now, so I sit on a forklift all day and get fat.
Holler at people.
Yep.
Nice.
Pretty much.
You like a
Fight with truckers.
quasi supervisor of it, or
I think so sometimes.
nice. Right on.
Why do they call it shipping? There's no ships involved.
I guess they don't want to call it trucking.
Logistics, is that better?
Logistics is better, yeah. I mean, I've moved stuff my whole life, man. I've been shipping things
Yeah, that is weird. I don't
forever,
know.
but I don't know. I've never really known why they call it shipping. Even when I did loaded airplanes and stuff, they were shipping it somewhere. Well, it's not a ship. It's an airplane.
I'm just gonna leave you out to dry like you guys just did me a second ago. Doesn't feel good, does it, mother frickers? No, seriously, that is. I never actually considered that. That's why wouldn't we adjust our terminology towards what it is?
I don't know.
I think logistics actually covers it.
Trucking is trucking,
Yeah,
isn't it?
apparently.
But yet they ship things on truck.
And whenever you buy something, you always have to cover the shipping. You don't have to cover the logistics.
I wonder if you could Google that. Why is it called shipping?
I will ask it.
Do you think someone would have actually asked that question other than us? at some
Probably
point in time?
not. It's probably going to give us a dumbass answer.
It probably will, but that's what makes the world go around, I suppose. Isn't it? Why is it called shipping? Shipping.
Fandom. That's a weird. Okay. Shipping, derived from the word relationship or worship, is the belief or desire of two people, often fictional or romantic. What?
I don't think that quite.
It's wrong kind of shipping.
Yeah.
Yeah. What kind of shipping is there? Is there something I haven't seen on the movies? or-
Wikipedia is not doing so hot today.
Whoa.
Why does
Why
my
does my
daughter?
daughter ship things? That's a great question.
Why does fan pairing call?
Urban Dictionary.
Why does?
That might answer the prior question.
Well, yeah. A term used to describe fan fictions that take previous created characters and put them as a pair. It usually refers to a romantic relationship, but it can refer to platonic ones as well. Just think of shipping as short-term relationship. It generally is used in initial characters shipping a combination of names through.
I got it. So you're out having short-term relationships. You're shipping.
Sure, I guess. Apparently.
Shipping.
Well, you ask a dumb question, you get a dumb answer.
Yeah, you certainly do.
That's right.
Yep, you certainly do. So, anyways, we've been pretty indulgent over the last couple of days since Randy's been here.
That probably won't end till he leaves too, huh?
That's likely. That's likely.
Or we die.
Or it kills us. God help, I'm back in the emergency room running into here's asshole again.
Hey, look, there's dick thumbs.
Hey, welcome aboard. I see somebody shipped your ass in here to the emergency room again.
Good Lord, yeah.
Need an x-ray?
Yeah, I didn't even show up by a ship. It was weird.
I don't know, dude.
So Randy is not your biological son. How old was Randy when you met him?
We found him in the pool.
Yeah.
Somebody had abandoned him in the swimming pool.
Aww.
You can understand why.
Actually, I was out of a bad marriage. She was out of a bad marriage. She came with 2 sons. I came with 1.
Yeah.
And everything mixed well. And
how old were you when you met Mike there, Randy?
I believe I was 10 years old.
Do you remember it?
I do. Mostly.
Yeah.
Mostly.
Was it a good thing, or were you like a typical kid? We're like, F you.
Oh, no. Well, one, he wouldn't put up with that.
Yeah, that's good.
No, we kind of took to him right away. And
kind of hard not to.
Well, took
He's
us
one
to
of those
do
kind
new
of guys.
things. We got to go camping and fishing, and we'd never done that before.
Oh, right on.
And,
Nice.
I really enjoyed it. So.
Yeah. And you were from California area, correct?
Yeah, Bay Area.
Yeah. And then you got brought up to Idaho when... How'd you get up to Idaho? Or did you guys meet? You and Lisa met in California, right?
Right.
Yeah. Okay. How'd you guys get up to California? From California up to here?
He took a job up here and asked if we wanted to come.
Nice. And that was before you guys got married? You took that job?
No, it was after.
No, actually, I took the job before. And she goes, well, we really should get married before we head up there. And I said, okay.
Sure, why not?
So we went to the courthouse, handled the
business.
Yeah, the nuptials, and that was it, man. We
23 years later, we're
still chugging right along. I mean, it just goes to show you don't have to have the big wedding and all that kind of stuff to make the relationship work.
Yeah, definitely.
That's the important part.
I actually just found out yesterday. I was doing a Time Spent Poorly with Adam, and he went to the courthouse and just kind of did it last minute. Like literally called his family the morning of. He's like, I know it's 7 a.m. on a Saturday. Hopefully you're not doing anything today. Me and Tasha are getting married this afternoon at 3. Hope you can make it. And they just went and did it. I think it's the way to do it. Honestly.
Well, I mean,
we
didn't do it like that. We gave everybody like a couple of weeks notice and stuff like that. But I mean, we didn't have like a big wedding. We kind of saved it all for the after
party. Yeah,
which lasted like 3 days.
Nice.
And I had a house full of people for like 3 days. Then it was like, you know what, we need to go camping or something.
Yeah, we got to get out of here.
People keep coming over.
We can't kick them out faster than they show up.
And then it was like 3 days later, we left for Idaho, and they dropped me off here for the job, and it was a matter of, I would say 30 days later. Lisa came up. We got a place to live and all that, and we went back down and picked up the lads and Beverly Hill Billied it up here. And
nice.
That was it, man. It's all history from there.
Nice.
Those times were hard, man, because I wasn't getting paid very much, but I was bent on making it work. So I worked all the time, and they went to school, and you know what? We didn't like the way things were down there anymore. You're starting to hear gunshots in the neighborhood and stuff like that, and
yeah, that's a little. That's
it's
not
like
good.
We need to blow out of here. This ain't the place that I grew up in anymore.
Yeah.
And we wanted them to have something better than that, and managed to make it work. Like I said, we're still married. We're still living here, so apparently we liked it.
Like enough to stay for a couple decades.
A couple of decades so far, yeah. Working on the third one.
So how did you end up back in California? How did that happen, Randy?
Terrible decision I made one summer between school.
Yeah.
Decided to stay down in Fairfield and finish up high school down there, and kind of got stuck. But we're up here. We're on vacation. Hopefully the wife likes it, and we can move back.
Nice. Was that kind of the underlying goal of the trip?
It's always there. An afterthought, you know.
Yeah.
But
because this is the second time that you've been up here, right? Since I've known you.
no, first.
Is it the first time?
Yeah, I haven't been here in 15 years.
You weren't. Oh, that's right. That was just Mikey. There's a picture that happened recently. It's on your Facebook. There's a picture, and all the kids are together flipping off the camera. You weren't in here for that?
That was in California.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was out in your front yard for some reason.
No, that was in California.
Okay. All right. Well, forget that. Apparently, my memory sucks.
Disregard.
Yeah, never mind. I was gonna say because I know that you're in it, and all of you are. Okay, so that was at your mom's house then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That was the last time we've all been together, I think.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was hoping that Mikey was going to make it down here and at least have two of you guys start.
Yeah, we should call this Sean. Where's this show? Where's Mikey and Sean?
Yeah, where'd Mikey and Sean go? Yeah, I was kind of counting on like having to cram people in here and me not talking very much, but now I'm trying to like grasp for things to get you guys to start talking about. How did you meet your wife, Randy? Did you go to high school with her?
I didn't. She was a friend of actually my brother's girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
And it had to be about 10 years ago I met her.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't like me.
Oh, good. I always that's always good.
Yeah.
It always starts out that
always
way.
a good way to start.
My wife didn't like me when she first met me.
Tried to avoid me for about 3 or 4 years. And we both kind of came out of bad relationships at the same time and ran into each other randomly, and it worked out.
Nice. Right on.
She can't get rid of me now. So.
Yeah, now you're stuck.
Yeah.
my wife said I was too crazy. She wasn't going to have anything to do with me.
My wife attacked me at a bar.
I know. I remember that story you telling me about that.
She pushed me across the dance floor and backed me up into a brick pillar and sucked my face off.
And for anybody that knows Amy, that is so out
of character. Yes.
For Amy, it's like, well, are you sure?
Yeah, she was 5 Jaeger bombs deep that night, and apparently I was the 5th guy that she did it to, but the only one she remembered doing it to. And she will kill me if she knows that I'm repeating the true, because we have a parents like PG version of the story, but the true story is I got my face sucked off after other dudes it happened to, and her sisters were literally like pulling her around, being like, "All right, come back here! All right, come back here!" Like had to put her on a leash almost. And I can remember to this day the look that because I graduated with her sister. And the look her sister gave me, oh my God, she could have burned my heart right out of my freaking chest. She just, she was seething. I was like, I didn't do this. Can you see that I'm the one backed against the wall here? I am pinned. I'm stuck. This is not my doing. Yeah, it was.
Doesn't matter. You're the one wearing the pants.
Yeah, apparently. Yeah, apparently I was the one that was my fault somehow, even though I was literally sitting there like this. But yeah, that's how that happened. So, yeah, fun times.
Yeah, amazing how relationships start and end,
and how you have to adjust the story sometimes.
Yeah, I mean it's like yesterday, or it was day before yesterday. I'm walking out of my house and my neighbor, he's a good friend of mine, and he's throwing stuff in his pickup.
Mm-hmm.
Hey man, what's going on? And we're splitting the sheets. I'm out.
Oh wow.
What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm divorcing the wife. I'm leaving. Well, where are you going? I don't know. Up north somewhere. Well, okay.
See you later.
I was telling Lisa, that sucks. Every time I get to liking somebody, they end up splitting.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
I just need to just not talk to people like that.
Yeah, you get to a point where like, well, I guess I could invest in this person or not because I don't want to have the inevitable happen to me.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Life goes on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Things happen, life goes on,
Yeah.
and you roll with it and shrug your shoulders and go, oh, I wonder what's next.
Oh, yeah, that was a cool guy for a couple of years.
Yeah, he was. I'm going to miss him, man. He was a good guy.
Yeah, he's a good kid.
And it was nice because he lived right across the street.
And he was the meat man.
Yeah, butcher extraordinaire.
Now I've got to find a different way to get my my dog's supplements that I give to her. I give her chicken feet, and now once I'm out of those, I'm going to have to figure out a different approach, I guess. Damn it.
Well, yeah, that source is gone.
Yeah. I thought you were gonna blow the microphone out.
I thought I was gonna get sneezed on there.
Had to yawn. Is the show going that poorly?
The host is bored and yawning. I don't know how this is going.
Oh man.
So is there do you have any? Let me ask you this one, Randy. Is there something that your dad has a recollection of, as far as a story went a certain way, but to this day, it actually isn't that way? Like, is there something that's been like mixed up that we can untangle right here and right now that will kind of blow his mind?
You know, I've actually pretty much come clean about everything I did.
Damn it.
There was some years-long debate about who. This is a touchy subject for him too, I think. Who shot out some windows of a tractor behind the house?
Oh, I don't care anymore. That guy's dead.
Well, that makes it easier.
Nice.
Well, then I should have waited a few more years to admit to it.
Yeah. So it was you.
It was me.
Well, I already knew that though.
Yeah, there is a debate for a while. My dad had this old Tornado, 66 Tornado. I don't know why my dad had this thing for 66 Tornadoes, but my brother and I were dorking around with his BB gun, and neither one of us would cop to who actually shot the back window out of it. And it was my brother, and I don't think we copped to that for probably 15 or 20 years. I think we probably told him about 4 or 5 years ago.
And you're going to still stick with that it was your brother?
Absolutely. I didn't do that crap. That wasn't me. It was his BB gun.
But yet it remains fresh in his mind.
That's right.
That's right.
I actually just thought of that for the first time in 20 years.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I could go back and go through dozens of stories of things that we've done. Not in the family, but I mean as a child and stuff that we would never admit to our parents. That one in particular that I'll go ahead and talk about because I won't say a time or a place or anything like that. But they were building these houses, and we went up to the attic of one of these almost finished houses, and we were smoking stuff that we weren't supposed to be smoking and hiding out and stuff like that.
Pencil shavings.
And we had this friend who remains nameless who was did nutty things.
Okay.
And he had this can of lighter fluid, man, and he sprays it on the floor. We're going, "What are you doing, man?" He goes, "I want to watch it go woof." And he flips the match down there, and it goes woof. And it's burning up over this sheet.
Oh, my God.
And we're going, "Dude, what are you, some kind of nut?" And it starts to get involved.
Oh, no.
So we try to put it out. We're taking our jackets out. We're beating on it and no of it.
Not going out.
So me and another friend who you've met, we take off running. We're getting the hell out of there. You know,
the friend that took a poop off a dam?
No,
someone else.
Yeah, and you know, because we didn't do it. We don't want to be involved.
Right. You just watch dipshit do it.
But here come the fire trucks and the police, man, and I mean the place is alive, and we're scampering, jumping fences, and trying to. We just want to go home.
Right. Yeah.
We don't want to be involved, and it was a whole night long thing of trying. And we get home. And it's like our parents are going, "Wow, there's quite a fire over there." We're going, "Oh my God!"
I watched that develop, bro.
And yes, I know the perpetrator who did that. And no, I wasn't involved. In fact, we were trying to go, "Don't do that."
Yeah, you're stupid.
That's. You're playing with fire here, man.
Yeah, literally, that's not the smartest thing to do.
Oh my God! And we were at this little family thing of his family's. And I was going, "Hey, dude, you remember the time?" And then he's going, No. Don't say anything. I'm going, "Dude, we're 50 years old."
Still? Still can't talk about it? All right.
Yeah, it's still touchy. Don't even.
Wow. That would be something I'd be like, "Yeah, remember that time we burnt down that house?" I mean, we meaning you, but.
No, I was going to say, no, I had nothing to do with that, man. I didn't want it. I didn't want to be there at that.
Me and my friend, his name was Scott, and I was growing up with him, and me and him are pretty much the only people that could really stand each other, apparently, because that was like my only friend growing up until I met Joshua. And I've known Scott since I was like 5, I think, and we went through a phase where we would light a lot of things on fire. And we one winter we decided to see if we could light snow on fire inside of the garage. So we're inside the garage, pour gasoline all over snow, and of course it takes off. And we're like, look at it, it's cool, it's not melting. So he like kicks it to see, I don't know why.
Oh no.
And we same thing. Almost the whole thing almost takes off. We barely get the thing out. We come out there coughing, and of course they smell it from out there, and they're like, "Well, what are you guys doing?" I don't know. It just the snow just got hot, and the stupidest thing you could ever say. Like, you mean you poured gasoline on snow and thought you could put it out before it got out of hand? Well, yeah. So, yeah, we got in trouble for that.
As if it wasn't completely obvious.
Right. Another time, me and him got bored and went out to the casino area, and you're allowed to buy aerial fireworks during Christmas. And usually the Indian casino areas kind of carry the things that shoot up into the air, whereas if you buy them from in town, they're just like things that will, firecrackers.
Safe and sane.
Yeah, safe and sane type stuff. So we went out to the casino, and we had some bottle rockets, and we had those little... those pinwheel things or whatever. Those they're about like yay big, and you set them off, and they just sit there and spin for about 2 minutes or whatever. But you're supposed to like attach them to a old 2x4 or something. Well, we got the smart idea that we were going to attach it to a creosote-soaked telephone pole. Just nailed it to two of them to a creosote-soaked telephone pole, and then we're shooting bottle rockets. Instead of shooting them into the air, we were just lighting them off of the street and shooting them down the street. Well, we didn't know it, but we shot them just at the wrong time and hit a cop car that was going by it at the wrong inopportune time. And he comes pulling up and noticed that the telephone pole was almost caught on fire by our pinwheels. So we got in some pretty big, serious trouble over that one. So yeah, there's some pyro issues with me and my friend Scott growing up. We used to take dry ice, make dry ice bombs too.
Bottle rockets can always be fun. Up here in Kendrick, in high school, we had a science teacher, and she was terrible, always mean to us. Nobody liked her. Halloween one year, we decided that we were going to pay a visit to her.
Oh no.
Did the baloney thing on her car, all over her car,
Yeah.
egged her house a few times, and we sent a guy up, rang her doorbell, and as she was opening it, lit a bottle rocket and shot it into her house.
Oh my god. That's pretty ballsy.
But by his look, he didn't know that story.
I'm aware of that one.
So that was
we did not get caught. We were able to take off. It was dark. She didn't see us.
Wow, that's pretty crazy. How many were you?
So. 4 of us.
4 of you?
Yeah.
All people I know?
I don't believe so. No.
No, not a Sean,
classmates.
No Sean or Mikey?
No. They,
I'm sure there's a whole passel stories from that end too. So.
Anything you can rat them out for while they're not here, since they should be?
No, they don't. I don't think they share those stories with me, just so I can't.
So you
have
can't,
them.
Yeah. There's that kind of family trust.
Sure. Yeah. I trust you as far as I can throw you, bro.
I'll use it.
Blackmail,
Yeah. Definitely.
Yep, I'll use it. But I don't know, man. Stories when you're growing up and stuff. Can you cue up the theme to Gilligan's Island?
Sure.
There was this time we went pig hunting. This isn't a family thing, and this guy was from New York, and he wasn't much of a hunter, and he had a regular old 2-wheel drive pickup, and we decided to go way back in the hills pig hunting, man, and it had just rained like nobody's business.
Mm-hmm.
This is before cell phones or anything like that.
Sure.
So we're booking up, and there's this creek that's kind of halfway flooded, and it's full of mud. He's going to try to go across it, and I'm going, dude, don't even try. And he looks at me and smiles, and I go, oh. Whoa! It sunk right up to the bottom of the truck. And this song comes to my mind.
Because you're stuck there?
Yes. And I mean, we were miles and miles from anywhere.
Oh, no.
And I just started peeling everything off, and I strapped on, I had a 44 Magnum pistol. I put it on. He goes, what are you doing? I'm walking out, find somebody to pull us out. How else are we going to get out of here? And for a long, long time. And fate just, there was another guy driving by in a Bronco, man. And I said, then, we're stuck. He goes, oh, I got a tow chain back here. I'll pull you out.
Nice.
Oh, thank God. Because I don't know how long
You would have been there
we would
otherwise.
have been there because we were in Nowheresville, man.
Oh my God. So you kind of lucked out that you didn't have to walk for 2 hours.
For like 15, 20 miles.
Oh man.
Out of the hills.
Oh, I would have been so pissed.
Oh, dude. And the reason I said that song is because he was pissed. He's kicking his truck, all this kind of shit. And he's going, oh, you don't look like you're very pissed off at all. Sit right back and you hear it. And it got him laughing, you know what I mean? Kind of took the tension off. And that's when I started walking out. 'Cause what other option do you have at that point?
Yeah, none. You got nothing.
I suggest you start making a camp and I'll go for help,
Look for something that resembles a shovel and start shoveling while I'm gone.
Fighting the urge to go, you dumbass.
Yeah.
Told you not to do that.
Stupid shit.
That's not rocket science.
Yeah.
Heavy truck, soft mud. Come on.
Yeah. You're not going to make it very far. Well, it really makes you wonder what goes through a person's head when they're like, I think I can effing make it. I really think I can make it. I can do this. So I can.
Everybody else is going, no.
I can defy gravity. No, you can't. Dipshit.
And everybody gets stuck because, yeah. Well, I mean, I could come up with stories all day about getting stuck in places, but this particular place was, like I said, Nowheresville, man. It's, we've got limited food and resources.
Right.
And
no cell phone.
I'm stuck with this pissed off guy and his truck's in the middle of the creek. Furthermore, if it starts raining more, the truck's going that way, bro.
Yeah. It's got, you'll move, but you're not going to like it.
Yeah. The truck's going that way, bro, and we're not retrieving it,
Our friend Joe got stuck up out at Waha and had to have his wife come rescue him, which I find very, very extreme. It tickled me pink. Mm-hmm. I was like, you had to have Wendy come get you? That's amazing.
Yeah, that'll be used in years to come.
Oh, yeah. That was not wise of you.
Been riding in the snow lately?
You been to Waha?
Haven't seen you around lately. Would you go riding in the snow?
Hey, how's your four-wheel drive doing on that truck of yours?
That well.
I mean, four-wheel drive doesn't matter any damn way when you're sunk to your frame on a Kelly hump.
In some circumstances it can make it worse because it digs both ends in.
Right. Oh, good Lord.
I don't know, dude. I don't know. It seems I got stuck less in a little Toyota Celica.
The 1980 Toyota
The
Celica
1980
hatchback.
Toyota Celica hatchback, because we just get back and take a ride. There were times we got snowed in at that house where drifts were, as big as the car. Mm. And we get out and just, whoa, poof, and hit it, and everybody out, and everybody just start pushing it. Wom. We get to the other side. All right, get in. Whoa.
Here comes another one.
Because your only other option is to spend the weekend there.
Yeah. Sure.
And the grocery store is down there, bro.
Yeah.
And we wanted stuff.
My first car ever was a 1990 Honda Civic. I called it my Honda go-kart. It's just a little teeny thing. I sold it to my friend Josh, and he was just telling me on Friday we went to Super China, and he was telling me about how he used to go to he'd take it out to the Blues, and he would drive it purposely through snowdrifts. I'm like, you took that little teeny go-kart through snowdrifts on purpose? He's like, yeah. One time I was out there, one of the first few times I ever went out with my girlfriend that now is going to be my wife here in a couple of months. His wife in a couple of months, not mine. He's like, yeah, the first time I ever went out on first couple of dates we ever went out, we decided to go up, me and my roommate and her, we all decided to go trouncing around up in Waha. And I got it stuck, and I got really pissed off that I was stuck. So I just grabbed the bumper and just went, and he lifted it out of the freaking thing. I'm like, what the, are you, like, so you're telling me you hulked out? He's like, yeah, basically. I'm like, what the hell's wrong with you, man? Like, he's like, I don't know, but I impressed her pretty well. I'm like, yeah, I guess she's still here, but he grabbed a Honda Civic and pulled it out of the ditch.
Yeah, I had just turned 17, and I was driving my parents' little Honda, it was a Toyota Corolla.
Mm.
That's what it was. It was a little orange thing. We call it the pumpkin. And some friends of mine, I was going to leave, and they didn't want me to leave. So about 5 of them got in the back and picked the back end up off the ground.
Oh, no.
So I'm going, put me down, dude. No, you ain't going. So I went, all right. And I put it in reverse and went, whoa! And they started peeling off. You know what I mean? Leaving the dudes in the middle, and they're,
Yeah.
know? And they finally dropped it, and I let off the gas, but they got the idea.
Yeah, I'm leaving.
So we got the idea that, well, what if we did that and you were going forward? I'll bet that sucker burned rubber pretty good. So I lifted up, man. Put it low. Whoa! Drop it. And the transmission goes sideways.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God. Now what?
Oh, you're so
I wonder if it'll even move. It goes, wing, wing,
Uh-oh.
I had to drive home like that. And then go explain to the old man.
That you screwed up his car.
Trying to think up a good lie all the way in.
Sure.
And I hit a speed bump.
Oof.
He didn't buy it.
No, yeah. Nothing.
Yeah, and he had to repair it and all that kind of shit. So I thought it'd be very prudent to join the Marines, get the hell out of
Sure.
it almost immediately.
That's what caused you to join the Marines?
No,
Was
it was what caused it, but it was sure a deciding factor
Sure.
on timing going in. It's, when the ship's sinking, it's best for you to get off.
Yeah,
of.
bail, man. Jump off with the rats.
You know what? I was the last of 4 children, and my parents were done.
Yeah.
By the time I was 17, they were done.
They're
with
ready for you to be
capital.
gone.
You need to go, dude.
Yeah. We're done with you.
We love you and all, but you're gonna kill us.
Yeah, we're ready.
So
Whether you are or not, we are. So
I can't handle the stress.
Oh man.
Because you know what? And I was an asshole as a kid. I'll admit it. The Marine Corps beat that out of me. And I went out looking for excitement, just like kids do. And I usually found it. And if I didn't find it, I would make it.
Weird how that happens, huh?
And yeah, and there was trouble with the police, and there was there was all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I don't think my mother was as happy to see me go as my dad was.
Yeah. Well, I think it goes without saying. That's probably a motherly thing.
Mm-hmm. We stole a giraffe one time and went up to Lake Berryessa. 4 cases of beer and a couple of paddles, and paddled way out there, man. And we were gonna spend the night, and we were so young and stupid. We didn't bring food,
Oh no.
nothing to sleep on, but we had plenty of beer, mind you.
Well, yeah, that's
And
liquid diet.
Dave Olds, I don't think you've ever met Dave.
Mm-mm.
Dave, he goes to take a piss, and he comes back, and his pants are at his ankles, and he's got a beer in his hand, and he's so drunk, he's weaving. And my other buddy, Ken, he goes, Dave, what's up? He goes, I'm so drunk, I can hardly stand up. And so Ken pushes him, and he goes down the hill. I mean, literally, because we had walked up to the top of this hill, so in a cloud of dust, dude's stomping down the hill, and I'm waiting to hear a splash.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know what I mean? But I didn't hear a splash, and I'm so drunk that okay, went on about my business. About 10 minutes later, he comes staggering up. You know what I mean? Pants around one leg and stuff. Can't find his boot. This kind of stuff. And we just continued on, drinking beer and being
Lord.
stupid.
Yeah.
Well, the next day, all hungover, we got to paddle back against the wind. We get up towards the bank and look up at the road, and who's there?
Your dad?
Oh, man.
Oh, no.
Oh, good.
You're
God.
so screwed.
Oh, good God. And he's going, oh, what the hell you doing taking my rap? You're out there drinking. Oh, we ain't drinking. Yeah, you were. Well, why you say that? Because you left the empty cases on my porch.
Didn't think that one through, did you?
Didn't think it through.
So when you left the cases there?
Yeah.
That was genius.
Yeah, we were in such a hurry to blow out of there.
Why didn't you leave them in the cases?
We ice chested those things
for ice.
and bailed.
Mm.
Wow, looks like they got 3 cases of tall Budweiser cans.
Looks like they're gonna have a good time.
And look like they're gonna feel terrible about right now.
Yeah, I see that he didn't come for you until the next day so that you could learn that lesson.
Yeah. And then I had to ride back with him in the pickup.
Oh man, how was that? Was it silent or was it full of yelling?
It was mixed.
Yeah.
It was being pounded by moments of silence, interrupted by silence.
Of shouting.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. And when you're at that age, the worst punishment of all is no punishment at all.
Mm-hmm.
When it's like, okay, what are you gonna do to me?
Nothing? Well,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's got to be something.
And they just let you cook on it. And
Man.
it's like, man,
Psychological warfare right there.
punch me in the head or something.
Yeah, do something.
Make
to me.
it over.
Yeah.
But no.
Anticipation's killing me. What's the worst thing you ever did, Randy? Or what's the worst punishment or crime you ever did that you remember?
I did get grounded quite a bit. It got to the point my dad had to just stick me in the room, and I had to stay there for a week. I couldn't come out. My brother did, though, take the time to walk into my room, walk out of my room. I'm in, I'm out. He said, if you need me, I'll be on your bike.
Oh, dude.
That's
pretty harsh.
That was awesome.
Yeah. That was Keegan that did that?
Yeah, Keegan did that.
Oh, my God.
I think Keegan got in more trouble than anybody,
He did.
though.
He did.
He was a defiant child.
Yeah.
He had to dig a lot of holes, fill a lot of ditches.
That was my punishment. I didn't believe on slapping kids around. You know what I mean? I believe that a good day of hard work and a lot of time to think is your best
really
punishment.
good for you.
So I would go, okay, here's what you're doing today. You're going to do this and do that and do that. Well, one day I had built this flat underneath the house we lived in. The wind could blow straight through.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought, well, if I built a flower bed and filled this in with dirt and planted flowers and stuff, it'd be decorative and it would stop the wind from blowing in. So I built it all, but it had to be filled.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember what Keegan did, but he got in trouble. I said, okay, here's what you're doing. You're going to fill that wheelbarrow up full of dirt and fill that flower bed. And I don't know, hour and a half or so goes by, and I look out, and he's out in the front yard with a shovel.
In the middle of the yard.
Digging up the lawn.
In the middle of the yard.
Dirt out of the middle of the yard. I didn't think I had to point out where the dirt came from.
My
I just
God,
thought
dude.
we lived where there's 1 million acres of farmable soil, and he's going to take it out of the lawn.
The lawn, yeah.
You know, and he was even asking me a while ago if that divot was still there, and I go, last time I was there, it was still there. You know, still got a hole out
He
there.
made a dent. It was about 4 feet long and 2 feet deep all around.
Oh, my gosh. And that was the first time that you bothered to supervise or like check in on him, so he had done or well, how does that work? Like why did he think he was going to take it from the middle of the yard?
Because it was right there, bro. I didn't have to travel very far.
It was a lot closer.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
How much more trouble was he in when he did that?
You know what? There really wasn't much more I could assign to him other than start over.
Yeah.
And
And
get
you're
it from
well,
up
first fix
there.
this. Yeah.
It's like the whole boot camp thing. You know, dig a hole.
Yeah.
You know, there you go. Now fill it back up.
Oh.
Kind of thing. You know, it's like now that you've done this, take it out, put it back in the yard, and go get the right stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think Keegan was the one that got in the most hot water.
I got actually the most trouble I remember getting into was I think I was about 18 or 19, and I didn't even get in trouble with my parents. My parents actually kind of came to my rescue on this whole issue, but me and a girlfriend at the time lied about going to a movie, and what we did instead wasn't as bad as what everyone assumed we were doing. My parents were out of town, and they were coming back to town, and they're supposed to be home around 8. Well, we went to the movies, said we were going to the movies around 6:30. Instead of going to the movies, we went straight to my parents' house, and there was an opportunity to make out for a little while. And then when my parents got back, we would hang out with my parents, and we'd come home from the movie, say we were at the movies the whole time, and then say that we swung by to see my parents. Well, when you're that young, apparently you don't think about the part where there's an opportunity for other people to have seen said movie. So they're like, hey, so how was the movie? Oh, yeah, it was all right. Well, what was your favorite part? And so I'd seen the previews, so I just started regurgitating shit I'd seen off the previews. And they're like, "Oh yeah, well, what about how do you like the ending of it?" Oh fuck.
It was over like any other
yeah,
movie.
it was just kind of. I don't know if I really cared for it, but it's all right. Well, give me some details on it. I started like upper lip sweating or whatever, and like just kind of got cooked out of it. Like, all right, we went and hung out with my parents instead. The whole exactly what happened. We told that, and then so her dad would go and every Sunday he would go and talk with the inmates, and he had created like this curriculum for inmates to like that was kind of like Christian based that you can kind of work through any given problem or whatever. So what he wanted to do for my punishment was he wanted me to come over for 8 weeks and take his 8-week prison inmate course. And I went over and did the...
God, I didn't kill anybody.
I went over and did the first one, and my parents were like, "Now what are you doing again?" And so I explained the whole thing, and they're like, "Oh, we grounded you for a couple of days for that. No, you're not doing that anymore." Called up. "Yeah, he's not doing that anymore." Click. Yeah, and that was the end of that. So I didn't have to do the whole 8 weeks, but that was going to be my punishment, was to do some sort of inmate class or whatever. I think that was the worst time, or the time I got caught, and it was probably the worst punishment that I actually ended up getting out of. But so I'm not really sure what the lesson is on that. But the lesson is if your parents disagree with the punishment.
I would say the lesson is whenever you can get out of dealing with inmates, do so.
Yeah. Or whenever you're going to create a lie, at least go see the first 20 minutes of the movie.
Yeah. Probably good.
Or see the last 20 minutes of the movie. Something. Go see part of it.
I remember an incident where we were running from the police.
Uh-oh.
We had a pint.
How old were you?
I think we were probably 15, 16, maybe. And me and Ken, the same guy who got drunk on the lake, and we were drinking a pint of liquor I don't remember what the kind was. But there was a dance going on, and we were eyeballing the girls, walking around out there and stuff, and, sipping the booze and
sure,
probably taking a hit and commenting on the
honeys,
the blooming young
sure
ladies that were out there. And here these two cops come walking around the corner, and one points at us, and they walk towards us, and like teenagers do, we ran.
Sure.
Well, so they pursued us, right?
Great.
And it was at this school where there was like it was called Will C. Wood. And there was like, it dropped down a tier and went way out and then dropped down another tier to the street. Well, around the bottom tier, there was a cyclone fence that went around it, right? And we're running and we're beating them, and they're trying. And you can hear the ching, 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 all that stuff on their belts.
Sure.
Stop, hold, freeze.
Yeah.
Whoa, and we're like,
we're out.
Well, we're kids. We hit the fence, boing, boing. We go over the top and down. Well, when I landed, my feet went out from under me, and I slid right under the brush. And I'm going, this is perfect.
Nice.
I'm in.
Nice.
So I just laid there. It's quiet, and I watched as Ken went down and took off down the road. Well, one gets over, and he's chasing Ken, and I look up above me, and the other one's got the crotch of his pants snagged on the top of the fence. So I watched him,
trying not to laugh.
Yeah, And the guy, he realizes he ain't gonna catch Ken, so he comes back, and the other one, and they're right there, bro, talking. Won't you get him? No, I can get the little son of a bitch. And I got thinking, I'm going, I didn't do anything wrong. What the hell am I hiding for? He's going, well, where's the one you were chasing? He goes, I don't know. I go, I'm right here.
Oh, why would you do that?
And they come marching up the hill like a couple of Nazis, man, and snatched me up and dragged me down the hill. Put your hands on your head, and they're searching me. And of course, I had nothing on me. And
right.
And they asked me, they go, well, why'd you run? 'Cause you was chasing us.
It seemed logical at the time. I'm not really sure now.
When people run after you, you run away.
Sure.
That's what people do.
Fight or flight, man.
Yeah.
I'm out of here, dude.
We bailed, you know. We're being chased by a couple policemen, And of course, I got the whole lecture on how you shouldn't run from the police and all that kind of
right. Blah blah
just
blah.
fighting the urge to go. Well, you shouldn't be chasing innocent children down the hill, And I to this day I still wonder, why didn't you just shut up and listen to what the hell they had to say?
Yeah. Why did you give yourself up?
It was more of a, I didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
You know.
But you still could have gotten away with it and had a good story. Just been like, well,
I still had a good story.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. Now you have
where's
now
your
you have
friend
a
at?
spectacular story.
Where'd your friend go? Well, apparently that way.
Yeah. Other than that, don't know.
Yeah. I don't know where he's going. What's his name? I don't know. I just met him. You know.
We were chilling.
I
yeah.
have any idea what his name is? Billy Bob or something.
Something.
You
Started
pick-
with a B.
Yeah, you pick one. You know.
Did you do anything stupid like that, Randy?
No, at least I never got caught. We did, I think, had a little too much to drink one night. I was probably 17, 18 years old. And somebody got spooked, so the rest of us got spooked, and we all took off running from absolutely nothing in the middle of the night. I did run straight up a brick wall that was about 15 feet high.
Holy crap.
It's to this day known as my Jackie Chan moment. I don't know how I did it. I couldn't repeat it if I needed to.
Right.
But yeah, we ran from nothing because one guy got scared. So
That happens to everyone, I think. I mean, I can remember that happening. People be out on an orchard or something drinking, and then somebody goes, "Cops!" And it's like cockroaches. But the lights come on, and everybody runs their asses off until they realize that there's
no cops.
And they all still have their beer. You know, unspilled.
Didn't spill it.
Doing a high hurdles over stuff, and you still got that beer, dude.
I feel like I've missed out. I didn't do any of that kind of stuff growing up. I didn't go to parties. I didn't do any of that kind of stuff. I was trying to be a good little Christian kid or whatever.
You remember Al?
Yeah.
Me and him, we got in all kinds of trouble, and they never did catch us. And he got me cracking up one day. He goes, "You know, bro, I think back when we were kids." He goes, "I think they used to have meetings about us in the morning because they were always trying to corner us, but they never could because we knew where all the escape routes were."
Yeah.
You know, and we know if they were in a car, go this way. If they were on a motorcycle, go that way. If they're on foot, split up here.
Yeah.
You know, this will meet back there, and they never did. I'll tell you a funny one. We were, I think we were cutting school, and we were under this tree by this creek, and it was that time of year when the grass gets real tall, you know, and it's still green and stuff. And we hear this, and what it is a car with the engine off rolling down the hill. And so we couldn't hear this, right?
Right.
And we're looking, and they're going, "It's a cop car. Okay, well, you go this way, I'll go this way." And me and this other guy, Skeeter, we went out into the field.
Skeeter.
Right? And we're laying in the field, and we're just watching, because we knew he couldn't see us, but we could see him. And he gets up, and he's like sneaking. He's going to sneak the last 50 yards in and catch us red-handed. Well, of course, nobody was there. So Skeeter gets up and starts going to the car. I go, "Skeeter, what are you doing, man?" He reaches in the car and pulls the keys out of the ignition, man. I'm going, there's no way in hell the cop left the keys. Yeah, he did. And Skeeter picks him and goes, "Whee!" and throws him out into the orchard, and then runs back out and jumps in the grass.
Oh, my God.
And I'm just going, "Oh, my God." And you see him come back, boom, kicking the car. "Yeah, this is to a part then. Yeah, I need enough. I don't keep it quite yet." You know.
I need to ride these little MFers.
Yeah, so we low crawling out of there. You know what I mean? Back down into the creek, get up, run, and you know we got away. Went and told all our buddies about it. So Skeeter was the man for the
Oh
band.
my God, that's crazy.
And, it just, and I'll never. His name was Officer Gay, and I know that incident stuck in his belly.
For the rest of his
he wanted
career.
Us. He wanted us so badly. and I mean, it had to affect his job.
Oh, for sure.
Because he's out hunting kids.
Yeah.
When he should be attending
to real business.
to real crime.
Yes.
You know, but he wanted us.
He had a bone to settle, or a score to settle with you
but
guys.
he never
got
us,
you.
man. Never got us. And that's why Alvin was saying, you know, I'm sure he had meetings, bro.
Yeah.
I'm sure they wanted to set up a sting or something because he wanted us. Yeah. Amazing the things you do in your kids.
And then when you got a car finally, did you have any? Isn't there some good stories about you when you finally got a car, or was that Mikey?
It has to be Mikey.
Okay.
He would be the one that would modify everything to go faster. So I think everything.
Faster, stronger, louder, all of that.
Yeah. Where did that come from?
Get away from my lawnmower.
Yeah. Don't do that. Was that something that he picked up from you or on his own?
He probably picked it up from me. I was a gearhead when I was a younger guy, and he was a real little guy. But I just kind of drifted out of it later. But he never
stuck with him. Yeah. To this day, he's out there horking around on something usually.
What everything he's got blown up V8s in it.
Yeah.
You can hear him coming a half a mile away.
Bigger tires, bigger motors.
All that, like expensive like computer chips and crap in most of his vehicles now that do this and that.
No. He goes old school, man. He tears all that shit out of it and goes straight up blowers and
I thought he was talking about maybe he was saying that he pulled the chips out and put the old stuff in there because he was telling me something or other about a chip of some sort, but maybe he was pulling that chip out.
Well, maybe in that Mustang, but I'm thinking he's probably pulling it out because even that has limits, and he doesn't want limits.
Yeah.
So if he just removes all the shit and
goes old school. Well, that brings us to an hour and 5, buddy. You want to wrap that up?
Yeah, I'm sure our shoppers have returned.
I hope so. They're supposed to bring us more beer.
Beer's getting warm.
Yep.
Absolutely.
So this show is brought to you by rosewaterkinetics.com, and you can go there and look at the few things that we do have available for sale. If there's an item that you're specifically looking for and you don't see a representation of that on the website, just go navigate to the Contact Us button and hit the button, and Mike will get that on his email, and he will immediately respond back to you on that, and we'll get something going special just for you.
Or he won't.
Or he won't, or he'll have a head cold, but more than likely he'll get right back with you. And
there's a 99.9% chance that you would be responded to almost immediately.
Yeah. And if it's not immediately, it'll be within 12 hours because if he checks it in the morning, and then he checks it when he checks out of the shop for the night. So, I'm out there working on something for the special, my artist special for the month. Mike's he's been working on something that's got all kinds of two tones of shellac on it, all kinds of pretty stuff going on.
Yeah, if you like us on Facebook, you get to see it all before it hits the market.
Yep.
You might even be able to throw a bid out there and get it for yourself.
Yeah, and you another fun thing about liking us on Facebook, just go to facebook.com and search for Rosewater Kinetics. The cool thing about doing that is you actually get to watch us in the process, and you'll get to see the piece of wood before it even gets touched, and then you'll see us, start to monkey with it, and then you'll get to see kind of progress reports as it goes through its processes, and then
that's a very good
final
point.
Final sale. So
there's not many things that you can purchase that you can see where it came from, and what it went through in order to turn into the product that you purchased.
Yeah, and we'll. And we've been doing this for a while now. It's kind of fun to do. We make every order that we get a really personal experience by contacting you personally, saying, "Hey, your order is next up on the docket. Here's the wood that I'm about to use. Oh, by the way, hey, I haven't started. Yours is next on the docket, but I haven't started your project yet because I haven't found the right piece of wood for your project yet." But we make it a really personal experience. We send you photos as we go through the process, and then we'll send you a picture of the final product, and then you'll get that product in the mail. It's a really fun process. I really enjoy doing it that way. It makes it personal.
Everything is signed and dated by the artist.
Yep.
Because you're not buying
a widget off the shelf.
That's right. These are all individually made for you.
Mm-hmm. So go get yourself over to rosewaterkinetics.com. There's a nice 2 little paragraphs of how we like to do business right there when you first go to it. And then after you read the 2 or 3 paragraphs, just hit Shop Now, and it'll take you right there to the homepage, and you can see anything that I've added new. because I handle the website. So anything I've added that's new, it'll show up right there on that homepage, and you can look at anything and everything that we got going on there. So check out rosewaterkinetics.com. And I'd like to thank Randy for being able to swing by here. Came all the way up from California just to be on this show. So thanks for swinging by.
It was worth the drive.
I hope so.
And remember, man, swing these clubs. Get yourself better. Eat right.
Yes, that is a big part of it, too.
Make your life as enjoyable as you possibly can. Don't sit around on the couch, man. Live your life in 3 dimensions, not 2. We're out.